Alright, good afternoon. I'm going to jump right into this video and the point of my video. The point of my video is why I hate fraudulent campaigns. I had an interaction on social media yesterday, and it caused me to understand I needed to make a video about why I hate the fraudulent campaigns that are exploiting God and abused children. And I link the two, the exploitation of God and abused children, because they link the two, and therefore you have an extended group of people to appeal to with their exploitive and fraudulent quote-unquote testimonies. So the point of my video is why I hate fraudulent campaigns. It's obvious, right? Who likes to be lied to? No one. Who in the world are these people who exploit God and children? It's repulsive, right? To think about it on the surface. It's a certain personality who exploits God and abused children. They are dangerous people. I cannot stress strongly enough, these sorts of people with such a shady moral compass in exploiting God and abused children are dangerous people. If you look at social media, you can clearly see there are some social media accounts who are inciting violence. They post provocative headlines, no truth to them, but they're explosive, and the people watching these accounts are poised to fire. They have their followers. The Sheeple group have posted the most hateful comments while shouting the praises of the love guru. She tries to keep her hands clean while sicking her dogs after the quote-unquote harassers. By dogs, I mean the Sheeple group. Let's go beyond the surface with the Sheeple guru and other accounts like hers. We'll use hers as the example for the others. There are differences, but for this reason, I'm going to use the love guru as the example. It's a bad one. So beyond the surface, there are children, abused children, who are crying out for help. These children are praying for help. How do I know? How do I know these children are praying for help? Because I have been that abused child. I was that child, half out of my mind, being abused daily, sometimes more than once a day. I know what it's like to be the child choking on an engorged penis of an enormous man several times my size. The frenzy of choking. They know they only have so much time, and they are out of their mind because they crossed the threshold of an assault upon a child. They could get caught. Well, gee, Catherine, that's awful. I'm sorry that was your experience, but what does that have to do with frauds? I'm so glad you asked. Thank you. So if you're that child being abused, the help they are praying for, what will you offer these vulnerable children as a solution to their abuse? Jessie Zaboter, Carmen Studer, Madison Marquette, Chantel Mayberg, or God forbid, George the Iceman, David Zublik, or Tim Homseth? Could you imagine? All of these twisted people who are preoccupied with high-profile child abuse cases who exploit abused children in the name of God, you offer these fragile children this trash? They are not safe people. About right here, I'm going to offer a side note. If any one of you all get my channel struck, I will just develop 7 more and post the same videos. I have all my videos saved. I have several electronic devices. I also know how to use a VPN to my benefit. I also have videos that I haven't dropped yet. Just so y'all know. I do not give a flying fig about the feelings or emotions of this unhinged group who are linked together. They have an agenda. There seems to be more than one purpose for them. But what I care most about? The children. I've been that child before, and any one of these people with major character flaws were to come within my circle, no, you are not safe. If I wouldn't want them in my circle, I don't want them in abused children's circle. If you brought Jessie into their circle, what could we expect? Would she invite the co-founder of the Church of Satan to dinner? Ask him to pray for them? See if possibly he couldn't address the false memory syndrome? She wouldn't do that. Well, if not him, maybe Jessie could take them to Chantel Mayberg. Chantel could teach these fragile children how to communicate with animals. She could call in a shaman, which is part of her school curriculum, and the children who were abused could get possessed by the interaction with the shaman. Does that sound far-fetched to you? Go as someone from Africa, then come back. Be sure you follow through, though. If Chantel is too much of a stretch, let's go see Carmen. Carmen Smith Studer. What is it with the people and 3 names? I ignore the 3 names. Carmen Studer. Let's go with Jessie to visit the coach of the laws of attraction. Tell us, Carmen, what do you do for abused children as the coach of the laws of attraction? Your laws, if I could point out, your laws are not working so good for you right now. Jessie and Madison are not following your laws, Carmen. Reiki. Should we introduce abused children to Reiki, Carmen? Will you be their coach for Reiki? Or maybe we could go with Jessie and abused children to George the Iceman. Maybe George could take us all on tours of haunted houses, because children in horrible situations of abuse are used to haunted houses. George the Iceman, who cannot shake his creepy, dark vibe, even though people comment on his countenance and appearance as a warlock. I'm going to end with Madison Marquette because I'm not going to even pretend to take children to Homestead and Zublik. If we took the at-risk children with the love guru to go see what Madison Marquette could offer in support, we could find ourselves talking to Ann Vandersteel about leaving all we have behind and throwing ourselves at the mercy of people who exploit abused children for fundraising purposes. We could get lost in that system, and God only knows where that would lead to. So all in all, these people are dangerous people. They are not to be trusted. They do not have the strength of character to run a social media account without further exploiting the vulnerable abused children. These people are not doing a solitary thing for children outside of further exploitation. How wicked can you act? How low can you go? These people are dangerous. They're making tens of thousands of dollars, yet begging for more. Where is all this money going? It's not going towards children. Where's the money going? Jessie has numerous avenues of income, yet still demanding more. She is posting more behind her Patreon account, if her Twitter thread is to be believed. The season of free information from the Sheeple Guru is over. What will the Sheeple do now? Pay the ransom? Y'all do whatever you have to, but stay away from children and stop acting like you're helping abused children, because no children have been helped. In all this time, not one child. With this whole group and all the warriors the Sheeple Guru has at her fingertips on her social media posts, not one child has been helped. And that is the highlights of the reason that I hate fraudulent child abuse campaigns. These people are dangerous people. They share the most graphic and gratuitous stories, none of which are true, but they exploit God and abuse children, while they literally thirst for their blood. The more bloodshed, the more donations spill in, which is ample reason to despise what these people are doing, and I vehemently object. and my opinion along with my videos, they matter. I know I'm not alone, and I also know people are searching. And for people who want to come to my YouTube channel and leave a comment in the section about, Catherine, you don't show your face. My face is on my profile, it is my avatar, and therefore let me put that to rest for you folks. All right, so now let's get on to talking about my content and what my content is, and therefore that was my content. So now let's talk about that. Lord bless you guys.